we are painting the seats and doing some interior work here for the P-51 B's and D's that I'm working on. I've got some paint here we're going to use to do the seat colors. I know it's late at night, but you work on stuff when you can. So we are going to start with some off-white colors, painting seats and buckles, because those are always fun to do, aren't they? Got my paint brushes here. Hopefully they work out nicely for me and things go okay. So we're going to get to painting all these things. We'll see if we can zoom in a little bit here. Wow, that's so touchy and sensitive. Anyway, so we'll see how well this works out. Feel free to chat and comment, as you know. Anyway, and also give us some likes. Yeah, I like all that stuff. So here we go. Got some seats here. You know, you're going to see different directions calling for different things. Autofocus is such a wonderful thing, isn't it? So we've got these right here. No, you're trying to see those. There you go. It's not the easiest painting small stuff. I've never been good at it. I'm sure, you know, practice with everything, you get better. Hopefully some people join me in this adventure and watching me paint things. Should be very nice. And if you make a little mess, it's okay. You can weather stuff. That's what I do. Little bits here at a time. Hand positioning. So important when you're trying to watch things, isn't it? Well, we've got a white color here, just a little off-white. I'm going to just slowly dab this color in here because get a lot on that brush. Got one seat down, then we're going to go back and paint these buckles here. So you see what this looks like. Got another one here. You know, the directions call for the off-white, so that's what we're going to do. Just various colors. And because I've got green shining through here, it could kind of make these look a little bit dirty, which is a good thing because that's what we want. Nice and easy. Always wins the race. There we go. And we're also going to do some instrument panels. So you can see me do those, a little bit of dry brushing going on. I like how those are turning out. So these are the two smaller P-51s. This here will be the larger one. I don't know if that one has seat belts or not. I don't think it does, so might have to go without it. Let me check my instructions here. Decals, not even on decals. Oh, wow. Noticed something interesting on this model. I won't say what it is. They do have some symbols that are on the decal sheet that you wouldn't normally see anymore in today's society. Well, because, you know, that's how that goes. We're going to try and dry brush this right here with what I've got on my paintbrush. See how well this works out. just light white. And slowly coming through. That's the goal. Look at that. That's the art of dry brushing. Just work the color into it. Oopsie. Yeah, we'll make that work out later, right? But you slowly do this and the color just pops out. It's like magic. Always have to get a good bit of paint on there too. And just slowly work over the paint. Don't try this at home, kids. This is the 1/32, by the way. There we go. A little bit of things right down here. So look at that. I'm trying to make this focus, but it doesn't always like to do things, but you can see the white highlights right there. Yeah, that's one down. You got this one. This is the Airfix kit. You can always kind of tell which kit is what by looking at the color. So that's dry brushing. Barely anything on there. But once you start painting, oh, look at that. It's like magic. Just kind of pops out. Get your little instruments. It doesn't matter if you make a mess. I mean, it's going to look good. You've got your little scratches on there. I'm sure that looks nice, doesn't it? Let's see, we should have one more somewhere over here. Where, I don't know, because, I misplace stuff all the time, because that's what I do. Boom. Right here. Of course, this is the Revell Mini P-51 1/48 scale. Not to be confused with the 1/32. If you feel like the dry brushing isn't working out, all you got to do is just put more paint on your paintbrush. Just lightly go back over it. It's really just highlighting everything, all the little dials, numbers and stuff like that. See? Look at that. Looks pretty. I like it. Everything looks good. It's a challenge. Let's see what else can we dry brush around here with this wonderful off-white color. By the way, here's how well the my wood turned out that I tried to replicate. I don't think it's too bad. A little bit green, but once you look down onto it, it'll work out nicely inside of the aircraft. Cap up this. I think we're going to be done with this color. Clean off our brush. The beauty of using acrylics is they dry really quickly. So you can come back and you can always put enamels over the acrylics. And enamels work a little bit better when it comes to dry brushing because it stays on the brush longer. Got myself some silver color we're going to use right here. Some testers. Silver, aluminum, they all kind of work out in the long run. Just use whatever. Make sure you mix it up good and clean everything off properly. You don't want this stuff sticking on anything. La-di-da. There. Get my cleaners. It's always important to keep your tools clean. Clean tools are happy tools. That's my motto, and I live by it. However, I don't always do it. There we go. Clean brushes. Let's try to find a smaller brush here that I can use. Maybe like a 1 or a 0. All right, so I'm going to use this 00 right here. 500. Paint some buckles. Dry brush those. The highlights are slim. Clearly, I forgot to paint this right here. So we'll get that real quick, and then it'll dry. You want it to look good, right? Make it look pretty, some model making madness. There we go. Got that. And we'll just come back to it. Marvelous. That looks marvelous. Look at that. Okay. If there's anything else I go back and paint for white, we'll go back and do that. You know, you're just getting a little roundabout stuff here of what we need to do. Put some things together. This is model making madness. Always remember that. Here we go. Pretty little buckles. Got some right here. Got a little bit right here. hard to see. It's like a little strap, and there's probably going to be some over here. You could tell it's a Revell seat because it's not very detailed, as usual. And of course, we have this one, which is just bare bones, doesn't have anything on it. Let me see if the front of it, yeah, that's the front, so there's nothing there. So what we can do though is take some of this stuff, though you might not see it, put some weathering marks on this, on the stick, come over here, some marks on the control panel, just little weathering things. So it's good to do this. Shines through just a little bit. And of course, you know, because the chairs are rather worn, you can do the same thing to make these look pretty. Get the front of them and just because it was bare metal underneath it, you know, that's kind of going to look like that. Light scrapes. That is the key. Sometimes you get a little too much on what you want, but that's okay. Like I said, it's model making madness. Make everything look pretty. I like that so far. Some nice little wear. Get the control sticks. That. A little bit of weathering. It's all about just putting it in just the right places. Anybody can do it. And then we got this guy right here. It's a little more detailed seat. Scratches go a long way in making a model look like somebody's been sitting in it, which is what we're doing here. Just like so. I know sometimes videos are not the most fun, but watching how we make them can be. So we've got those. Look at that. I like that. We'll do a little bit more of that later. Put some of these chairs together so we can see how that all goes. We've got this chair right here. Going to put this on to this. Need to clean some of that paint off of there. We want it to bond good. Just have to be able to find a knife of some kind to scrape the paint away. Ta-da! The fun parts about modeling. Just trying to make everything look good. You want to get a good paint bond, so you know the best way to do that is to bond plastic to plastic. See, that's going to look good right there. Okay. Get our glue. Put this one down here. Just kind of fits right like so. There we go. Just hold that in place. That'll bond there. Now you can see the paint kind of just eating away, because that's what it does with the glue. You get the other side, of course. Awesome. You just kind of let that sit for a minute. Get your other seat, which is right here. This is the air fix seat. It's going to go in. Got that little guy right there. Hold that down. Turn it over. Hopefully we get a good bond. I'll put a little extra bit of glue in there. Smells great. I love it. There we go. Okay, we are making good progress. Then we've got this. I'm going to put this in for the air fix kit. See, it's got to go right here. So clean everything off best we can. It's nice when planes start to take shape. Air fix goes right down in like that. If it'll stay. That's the key. We'll put some glue in here and just kind of press that in. If you didn't see that, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. So got that like that. A little bit of glue in there. If it gets on your fingers, just wash it off. Make sure it doesn't leak anywhere. Just like that. Good thing to do is to get your plane, put it in, and make sure everything fits properly. You do this. At least that's what I do. Always make sure your parts fit while they're drying, so you know you won't have problems later on. Perfect. You'll see exactly how that goes. Right like that. Starting to look like an airplane, isn't it? I think so. Okay, so that's one seat down. Push that back. You can see that headrest. should be good. Stick that off to the side. Get this little guy right here. Now this will just kind of fit right here. It's a little bit different than the other one, as you can see. Not the best of construction in the world. I would expect nothing less from Revell. Let that bond in place for a couple seconds. That's why, because it falls right out. And of course, I've got a hand cramp, which always feels good. Oh my. See if we can get this to stay there. Right on top. And how does this go? It's going to sit in there just like this. Got those two pegs, one in the back, one on the side. There we go. And that's what that's going to look like in there. You barely see into it, but it's in there. Right there. Of course, here we were showing you this one for those that didn't see it. Right there, that's the Airfix kit. Letting those dry in there. Not all of this is assembled. We just want to make sure our fits are good. Of course, the Elgante 132nd kit. Ooh, forgot what I was doing. Not good. I'm going to take this. Got our glue. I'm going to scrape this away from here. Get a good bond. This one's constructed so well, as you can see. The joys of modeling, right? I'm glad you get to watch with me, because it gives you something to do while you're doing nothing, whether you're at work or at home. Love watching things get built. Yeah. There we go. Hopefully that all bonds nicely. You can see some of the glue down in there. There we go. So now we got to take our control stick right here. Put this down. I believe it goes like this. Can't mess it up. It's got the pin goes in that direction into the box area, as I call it. Many others might call it something differently. Got that right there. Just make sure we've got some glue down here in that area, by the way, because that gets affixed as well. Then you have these, which got no glue there. I have to get some glue off the side. And once these cockpits are done, we will call this video done for the night, and we'll let some of these parts dry. And we can upload this video and you can watch it later on, and then we'll make the other videos so you can see those. There we go. It gets put in there just like that. Make sure it stays in, of course. There we go. simple as can be. Of course, make sure it fits. You see it's got these little slots here. Gotta do a good job. Model making madness. Always cover your glue too. You don't want to spill anything. There we go. And make sure those fit good. They're supposed to. You see that sticks out right there on the top, just like that. Always want to make sure it works well. It's easier said than done though with these models sometimes. Things don't always want to go together properly. So like this, for example, discovered that you got to file some stuff down right there on the side. I think we're going to see though, in case there's like a notch somewhere. I mean, I really don't see one. I mean, I'm just guessing it just goes in right like this or like this. I'll get it figured out. There we go. So you want that to look like that right there. And this will somehow miraculously fit into place right here. Good luck with that though. Not the easiest of construction designs in the world. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble. There we go. And that's what that'll look like once that's all sealed in there. Got our weathering on the seats. Hey, more people are watching. Maybe we'll just keep building some more stuff. See how it all turns out. It's the Airfix kit. It's a little more detailed. Got some extra parts that you need to put on here, like hoses and things like that. They will go over here. The hoses and things, and got to see where I even put those. Got small little parts for them, so they're kind of hard to find. They're on the screws because you don't want to take those off. Let's see here. Probably going to save those for a rainy day for those joining us now, but the goal is to find, gonna have to find some reference photos to see how to paint all this good stuff, because everything's always a little bit different. I have like little red colors that'll go in here now that these are set how they're supposed to go, even on these. So you got like that hose right there, has to go gray, white color, gray color, something of that nature. I probably have some gray where I can paint some of those right now, put some of those in, but it's a little late at night. It's 9:30. Sometimes people want to go to bed and wind down. So let's clean off our brush. We'll find some of those pieces and we'll just quickly go over those with some paint. I'm sure you won't mind watching because that's what we do. We're here to build. So I like this. This will work. Some gray. Going to look kind of dirty when we paint it, which is the goal. Although it's green, it's a lighter color, so it should turn out nicely in the scale we're doing everything in, which is ultimately what we want to do. Clean off our stick here. There we go. All right. So you see this little hose right here. We're going to paint that. Got my one brush. If I should say 005. Paint's going to go right up into that too. You see it does it. It has a nice little gray tint to it. Now I have to be able to hold my hand steady because I'm old and you can't quite paint like you used to. Just a fact of life. You see that black, everything shines kind of through. So it gives it a little bit of depth. There we go. I like that. This one I would do, but I can't. I can do this one right here. The other one is on a sprue. Like I said, because this is acrylic paint, it dries very quickly. That's what it looks like now. Ignore the train. It's actually very far away, but I live up on a hill. So, as you know, sound travels at about 700 feet a second. We're further than 700 feet away, but we're on a hill and you can hear it. So it's always a pleasure. Let's get some other parts here. So here we go. Got this hose, as I told you, it's right here. Going to paint this as well. It's got that little guy there, which is going to go black. And I didn't bother clipping it off because there's no need. Just make sure you get the top of it, because it might be seen. Perfect. That's going to go black, by the way. So, take this, put that over there, do a quick little paint job with some black. It's kind of watery, my paint, but that's okay. I'm not going to stir it. I don't need that much of it. Just a little dab. And here. That should dry. Once it dries, we're going to get our silver back out again. Use that. Because each one of these is like kind of silvery. I feel like I work so fast some days of the week, and some days I do not. So this right here, got a little bit of black, a little bit of silver on this. So just kind of slowly go right there in the middle. And that's what that's going to look like. Some right there too, why not, right? Same thing on this. And because this is gray paint, whether the sides, just like that. Do the same over here, may as well, right? Just put your weathering wherever you want to put it. And we'll take this right here. There we go. I like that, just like so. I think we will affix that onto the model, which is an air fixed part, as soon as I can find my snippers, which I've apparently lost again. Cap that up. Where's this at? We got this little guy right here. I'll be careful with where you clip it. Some of it matters, some of it doesn't. There we go. This is the Airfix kit. So this is going to go right here and here. Wish me luck. Small pieces. I'm glad I don't work with photo etching, because I'd be miserable at that. Go in there, and little dabby dab there. Hope everything doesn't dry. Oh, perfect. There we go. I like that. Some people, they make their hoses out of, like copper wiring. They'll wrap it up, paint it, do whatever. Oh, yes. Good job on the hose air fix. I like that. We will we'll try to glue a little bit down there so it stays. Wish me luck on that. All right, there we go. Just hold it down. Give it a couple seconds. It's finally starting to come together. Cockpits galore. Like that. I know we can do some red handles, maybe. I guess I'm in a painting kind of mood. Hopefully I can open this and there's something left in this bottle that's workable. I have a big problem with red colors. I don't always get them to stay, nor can I open bottles. It's such a task. That's why you get pliers. No matter how much I tend to keep these bottles clean, I can never get them to stay open, or closed, I should say. Just lightly grip it, then twist it. There we go. Oh, yeah. That don't look good. We probably just throw that out. It looks kind of gross inside of there. I don't know if you can see that. Is it clumpy? I don't think that would arrange well at all. Doesn't even smell good. I don't advise smelling paint, by the way. It says so not to do it. What's this? Flat cherry. That'll work. This should be a good color right here. Is this clean? Yeah. You can even see the top of this. I still managed to. It looks like a dumpster fire. There we go. Hey. Get these little red bits right here. I hope it goes red. If it doesn't, my bad. There's that good old BJ again. I love BJ. Everything's always my bad. Hey, BJ, why'd you do that? My bad. BJ, why didn't you buy any cigarettes this morning? You know you get them every morning. My bad. BJ's always a pleasure to work around because he just doesn't care about anything. If BJ were here, He'd probably laugh and just go, but he's not. I think this will work right here. We'll paint this red. I don't know what else goes red. I'm just kind of guessing. Anything on here? I don't see much. That's a P-51B. There's this one for the Vel kit. So really only saw something on that. When you see the different details in each one of these, you know, all P-51s, Vel, and Airfix, quite a bit of difference in detail. So, I mean, that's what you're looking at, info and getting all that good stuff. One is just kind of molded in and the other is assembled just to make it look a little bit better. Well, here we go. Trying to figure out all the little things that they're all a little bit different. None of them are ever exactly the same. Like this one here. You know, I can't find the same things that get painted red like you would on the other stuff. Like you got that little handle here, but where is it on the Airfix kit, which is right here? So, oh well, it be what it be. I'll cap this up really tight and see what other assembly things we can do. I think there's a small little piece for the Airfix kit, if I can find it. It's like a little gear that goes onto the side thingamabobber. I know I'm really descriptive. I appreciate you listening to those descriptions. Sometimes the best way to find a part is to read the instructions. I know that sounds stupid, but it will tell you it's on sprue D, part number 45. I have sprue D right here. Oh, what's part number 48? Ah, see, there they are. Let's see here. Found some stuff. That's good. So we got that one right there. This is why you gotta read your instructions. But no matter how much you read your instructions, things always will get missed because they're not easy to find things all the time. Here we go. D48. That's 85 and 85. I don't even know what colors 85 are because it's Humbrol. They don't tell you what the colors are. You just got to go magically find them by painting. So we can at least put some of these things on and then we can decal a different day. So. Got these parts. Part number 85 is right here. So that means I can take my red paint again that I just had. Since I've got it out, I don't want to clean my brush more than once. Got this little guy. It's right there. Apple paint. Let's give it a little bit more red. Okay, how realistic it is. It's gonna look good regardless. There we go. I like that. Let that dry. Clean the brush off afterwards. But got our little gear just right here. We've got this. The little gear goes right here. So let's get some glue. glue in, watch it eat all the paint, because that's what it's going to do. Try to closely put this into place. Got it. All right, then take part number 80, whatever this is, 45, 48. Same thing. Just stick this right there, right like that. Arg. Arg. Perfect. And we'll put the decals on another day. Let that piece stay there. Anywho, that's going to be my video for the night. Thanks for watching, everybody. P-51s. Later. And see ya.